I'm looking at deals everywhere: West Palm Beach, South Florida, North, Central, everywhere. So anywhere I could find like a deal where I could like think I can make a little bit of money, get experience, like I'll send it off. I mean, it needs a roof, needs flooring.
What's the average rent? 1 unit? It's 2 units?
It's 1 unit. Yeah, you can rent it for like $1,000.
$1,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I came to this country when I was 16 years old with zero in my pocket. And from there, I worked myself up. I knew what I wanted. You have to have a vision. And you need to have fire in the belly.
Today we have Omar. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Second time, no? Second or third time?
Second, third, I don't know. I feel like I'm, every time I come here, I try to stop by.
And you know what I like about you? You're very persistent, okay? Almost every other day or so, right? At least every 2 or 3 days, you send me something. What about this property? What about that property? What about this, okay? And then I always tell people, at the end of the day, you're going to have to execute. You're not going to have a choice, okay? You're going to make a mistake, but the good news, you're going to make a mistake on a very small scale. Because what you're looking at, 60,000, 70,000, how much can you lose?
Right.
You know what I mean? Not talking about $500,000 here. Okay?
Right.
And at the end of the day, you can rent it. And you can collect some income, okay? You want to learn on something, right? You want to learn, you want to get going and learn to make, obviously, nobody's coming in to make a mistake, right? But you want to learn on a project that can take you to a next level.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I flew in, went straight to Jacksonville to go look at these houses. And yeah, I mean, I kind of wanted to know your thoughts on like the market there. Overall, I know it's probably not the easiest. It's not the easiest market to be in, but
listen, anywhere in Florida is good. You just want to make sure that you are you centrally located, close to shopping, close to transportation or major highways. You don't want to be too far east, too far outside the city.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But tell us about you. You last time I saw you, I still see you going very strong in the social media.
Yeah.
And what do? You showing apartments in New York?
Yeah, that's basically my.
That was an example.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm in the rental business. I mean, we sell too, we do everything, but my main focus right now is the rentals, especially because we're in the summer. We're coming into the summer, so yeah, just my main form of marketing is I come in there, I make the videos, post them on Instagram of the apartments, and yeah, try to get them rented that way. Try to build my.
So those are your listing?
I mean, they're not our exclusive. A lot of them are open listings that any agent can go to that works in the city. And yeah, I try to kind of keep like a low profile as much as you can, not to like get in too much trouble.
So you have a niche. It's the focus. You don't care about anything else. That's my niche. You're going in and you make videos of the inside of a unit.
Exactly.
And then you publish it for people that potentially wants to rent the unit, and then they reach out to you.
Yeah, I mean, I try to show the entire apartment, so whoever's watching it, if they're actually interested in maybe renting, they could see exactly what the apartment looks like. They see every room, every bathroom. So if they see it on video and they're interested, they reach out.
You don't need to go see
show it.
They can rent sight and see.
A lot of times they do. A lot of times they do. They come from out of state. They come from out of the country, and they're like, "Hey, like I saw your video. I trust you. Like this looks good. This looks like what I'm looking for. Like how do we move forward?"
So what's your closing ratio?
Oh, I mean, yeah. I would say Instagram is definitely my best tool for closing. We're closing one this morning, which is good. And yeah, I mean, I would say, I mean, it's tough because you get a lot of messages, so I'm not sure exactly what the ratios are, but yeah, I think Instagram is probably the best tool for clients. I just think people see it also as a more like kind of like serious app, more than like maybe TikTok. So yeah, I mean, people reach out. I mean, especially in the summer, people reach out pretty much daily to find apartments.
Mm-hmm. So basically, you just want to do apartments and you're just going to go in and take a video of the apartment. Do you give your opinion, good, bad, or is it too high? Or, for example, let's say what's the average asking price? 4,000?
In New York?
Upper West, yeah. No,
yeah, you can say 4,000, like a normal 2-bedroom, yeah.
4,000.
Yeah.
And you think that's a good value?
I mean, listen, of course, like it depends if you're comparing it within the city. Mm-hmm. I mean, you could find a decent 2-bedroom for 4,000, even in like a decent building. Maybe you'll have a doorman. The building won't be like super luxury or super fancy, but in terms of value, I mean, it depends where you're looking in the city too. But Of course, if you're going to compare it to buildings here in Miami, like the value's going to be terrible.
Right.
Like here, you could rent like a 2-bedroom for like 3,500 and live in like a really nice building. Like that's probably not going to happen for you in New York just because of how the market
So
is.
you're not showing luxury, you're showing.
I usually show like the lower end to like medium. I've shown luxury in the past, but personally, it just didn't really work for me as well. But I like to stick to like the lower stuff, the
Well,
medium
that's what
stuff.
most of the people want to be there.
Exactly.
You know, your market is limited for the luxury. Why
Yeah.
limit yourself, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's cool. Like you can make cooler videos with the luxury stuff, but I don't know. I find it to be a little bit more boring. I think people are more excited about like the crappy apartments, like the ones that are like dirty, run down. I feel like it just makes better for videos. Some people do really well making luxury. It just doesn't like work for
because
me.
people want to see. Sometimes like, wow, $4,000 for this little.
Exactly.
SHIT, you
It's
know?
a shock factor. Yeah.
Right. You know. Last time you were here, you mentioned something about selling some kind of product online.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, as an agent and just kind of as like a content creator, like you try to monetize as much as you can. Like we're kind of like owning our own businesses. Like, so I mean, I had this idea where I could help out agents, and build their personal brand on social media. So, because a lot of agents like they want to build a page on social media because it's free. It gives you opportunities. It could sell you
Right.
apartments. It's just like a very positive thing for anyone who's in sales, especially. So I just thought maybe, okay, if I was able to do this, I could easily teach someone else to do this, especially if they're agents. So we started this course, had a few signups. It's going good. And yeah, I mean, so we're doing that, and we're also transitioning to. So essentially, in New York, the tenant pays the broker's fee for rental apartments.
Not the landlord.
So the owner does pay during the wintertime when the market is lower, but typically in the summer, the tenants pay. But now there's a lawsuit coming in, and all of that is changing. Now it's going to be only on the landlord's responsibility to pay the fee. But
How about it? Wow.
but New York City renters are used to paying anywhere from like 10 to 15% of the year's rent in broker's fees, which is a ton of money because the apartments are really expensive. So I thought, what if especially because I do have like a big lead flow of clients through my social media, sometimes it's hard to navigate like who's serious, who's not. So I kind of created this new system where if someone wants to work with me as their agent, they kind of have to pay me almost like a $500 advance.
Right.
So it's basically, it's from the fee. So that way I could take the money. I know you're serious. I know you're looking for an apartment now. That way I can give you like the best work for my end too.
Right.
So I find you the apartment, and then I charge you like a reduced fee on the back end.
Right.
And then it averages out to be even less than 15% of the year.
The way I see it, you are a champion in your field. Okay?
We're trying to.
But here's my question to you, okay? You know, you're doing very well with that, okay? And what's your average commission?
It's percent or
Money
like
taken home, dollars, moolah.
I mean, yeah, like for example, like this morning, like we closed a very, very typical deal, like for rental. It's like $2,200. It's a 1-bedroom, in East Harlem. So I'll probably make like $2,000 from that. From that
2,000
deal.
for that was the
Yeah.
price. So again, I'm not looking down on that. Okay, it's very nice. It's a good starting up. Okay,
Yeah.
it's very good to get your feet wet, baby step. Yes.
Yeah.
People say, I want to make $500,000. It doesn't go like that. You have to start somewhere. Okay.
Right.
Why not take your business to a next level? Why not expand into the condo market, for example? Okay. And
Yeah, absolutely.
And now all of a sudden, that $2,000, it's not 2,000, it's 20,000.
Right.
It's 50,000.
Right. No, 100%. I mean, we try to do it. We try to do it all. Like for example, like the apartment from this morning, it's a very like typical apartment. But like I mean, because of the social media stuff too, I was able to sell a couple apartments this year, and like those commissions are much bigger.
Right.
I've rented like nicer apartments.
Right.
Like I remember I made like $8,000 off of one rental one time, which is like
Right.
pretty good, like for just like a rental. And it's, like you said, it's the same amount of work.
Right.
I take what I can get. If a client's looking for a 4,000 apartment, I'll show it to them. 2,000, I'll show it to them. 10,000, I'll show it to them.
Right.
So
So the thing is, you know, if you really want to go to the next level, it's tough
Yeah.
to get out from your comfort zone, okay? And basically forget about the rental altogether and start and go to the condo market, okay, with the commission are much bigger. However, you might have a dry period in between, okay?
Right.
And then if you do so, then if somebody wants to rent, let me rent, okay? What happened is cloud your focus. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's good. I mean, maybe eventually you're gonna go into it, you know, full time with only condos.
Right. Like for me, like I'm all about like my number one priority is building the brand on social media. And then I just feel like as that grows, like better opportunities, like better buyers, sellers start coming up.
And I see you're looking to buy something, right? How much money you work with right now?
I mean, so we're looking, I mean, I'm pre-approved. I have a pre-approval letter from a mortgage broker for up to like $500,000.
Property. So why do you want to buy something $650,000?
I mean, I had this idea of just like splitting it with my friend. We could just like buy a house cash and fly in, fix it up, rent it, just to get the experience. We just thought it would be like a smoother process to buy things cash.
I rather, the problem is when you're looking at something 50, 60,000, okay, those are like those areas, it's like it's poor area.
Yeah.
And the upside there, it's zero to any. In other words, you're going to get the experience, yes. But at the end of the day, if you want to sell it, if you break even, it's good. It's 60 doesn't become 150 because the whole area, right, 50, 40, 56,000 dollars. Okay. For me, I rather you know the expression OPM, right? Other people money.
Other people money, yeah.
Use the lender to leverage you. Use the bank. That's why you're in the best place in the world, okay, where lenders, okay, they come in, they throw money at you because you have good credit, okay, and at the end of the day, you're going to put down, what, 20%?
Yeah.
So, for example, if you buy something, $500,000, you put 20% down, and you have to have a little money too for capex or for reserve, right? $500,000 potentially can become $750.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Right.
But you're gonna have to make a lot of offers because you don't want to pay something that you want that's the price for sale. Unfortunately, way too often we see stuff that seller asking price is my selling price.
Yeah.
That's
right.
not gonna help. Yes.
Right.
But then you're stuck. Then you cannot sell it, and you're gonna just have to hold on to it.
Right.
You have to buy by pullback.
Yeah. For me, like I'm not like locked into any strategy. Like any opportunity I see, I'll offer. I've sent so many offers now for mortgage deals, for cash deals. But yeah. So I mean, we sent out a couple offers now, so we'll see what they say. But obviously, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't
What is
work out.
couple two? Two couple. When you say couple, how many offers is that?
Oh, I sent 2 offers.
I want to hear 20 and 150
I know,
offers.
but there's not a lot of houses that are
nothing for sale.
like not for 50 to 70,000. There were I think 15 or 16 houses in all of Jacksonville for that.
No. But why? The problem with that is that you're gonna learn. It's not. Oh, you're not gonna buy it to flip. You're gonna buy it to sort of like work it. And what's the average rent? 1 unit? It's 2 units.
It's 1 unit. Yeah, you can rent it for like $1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you have to do work in it. Or?
Yeah, I mean the house isn't perfect. They want 70 for the house that we offered on, for the one that we really want. I mean it's not in bad condition at all. It just needs like new floor, needs a new roof, paint. I mean that's like basically that's just like the basic stuff. But fixed up houses in that neighborhood are going for like 120, 130.
Okay, not too bad.
And they want 70. We're offering 50.
Okay, that's you win the money.
Yeah, so
right. It's okay. It's okay.
If we can get 50, then
even 60 is good.
It can work. Yeah, so 60s
you know
are
what, even
are hard
70,
line.
it's okay. You know what? Here's what happened. Okay, once you do one, and then you're gonna flip it, maybe make it a little bit, not too much, a little bit. Okay, all of a sudden, now you're hungry.
Right.
Now you get more aggressive. It feels good. Okay, I took home $10,000. It's not that it's not gonna change your life. Okay, but it will give you the push to do something even better and bigger.
Right. Yeah. For me, like I want the experience, like managing like the contractors and like dealing with the people that are gonna fix up the house and like deal with the agents and sell the thing properly. Like, I want like the full experience before I get into leverage and like do everything. Like
I love it.
Tell me any advice you have for me. Like I don't have any properties. Like I have like this career that I'm like working on. I'm making money on like doing other things.
So let's talk about. I'll give you 2 advice. Number 1, your career. Okay, how long have you been doing it for?
3 years, almost 3 years.
So I'm not very happy. I'll tell you why. Okay, you're making money, 2,000, 1,000. You've been doing it for a while already. You didn't do it yesterday. You didn't start yesterday. 3 years is a long time. Okay, it's time for you. Spread your wing.
Yeah.
My opinion. You don't have to take. This is my advice. Okay, I think you should say 2,000 is nice. I want to make 20,000, and you're gonna thank me. Come back here next year. Say I want to thank you. Okay. I'm giving you advice I'll give to my own kid. 3 years is a long time in this field. It's not 6 months, it's not 1 year, 3 years. I believe you're no longer a novice, you're not, you know what I mean? You're a veteran in that field, okay? And unfortunately, I don't know how much you can grow because, you stay, you know what I mean? You're making money, you're happy, you can, how much you bring on average a month?
I've had like my best months were like 20,000, like
Okay.
from the sales, you know what I mean? But it's ups and downs, like anywhere from like, it could be anywhere from like 5,000 even, like the highest is 20,000. Like it's
Okay,
like very like
and
all over the place.
that's fine. Okay, and by the way, I don't look down on that. Okay, but it seems to me you pay your dues already in that career. Okay, and what you want to do, you want to take to the next level.
Right.
And next level is what that means. Okay, maybe you want to get involved in selling units. If you're doing so well, right, with a social media and showing units. Okay, and I see you have a lot of views. I'm proud of you. Okay,
Thank you.
why not go in? I don't know, develop a new page or maybe expand this page to we have one for rental, one for buyer.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And I was able to sell 2 apartments through just Instagram this year. And you're right. Like
And by the way, you sold this to. Do you have Instagram page for condos? No.
not a separate page, but I show condos. I show condos.
I
on my
understand, but
page.
imagine having a separate page.
Yeah.
Think about it now. What it's going to do for your life. If you have a separate page, you're doing very well. Okay, with the apartment. Okay, but you limit to how much you can make.
Right.
Right? If you do a separate for condo, a separate page, and you can. By the way, you already have your viewers. You can tell them. You can put it over there like please click here for condos. Okay, and they already know. Oh, I know this guy. Okay. If I'm a follower on the rental, I'm going to follow right now the condos.
Right.
Okay. I may not be the buyer for it, right? But it doesn't matter. It's word of mouth, right? It's like snowball. By the way, focus in New York. That's your niche. Don't divert. I fully believe, you want to stay what you do best, okay, what you know best, okay, and just potentially do the same thing on the condo side.
Right.
And maybe you want to have somebody, a camera guy or a crew, or someone to follow you, and it's an investment.
Right.
It's the type of thing that it's not going to be overnight, but you're going to build it. Okay,
Yeah.
for the condo, and therefore 2,000 and now it's 20,000 or 50,000.
Right.
That's my opinion.
Right.
For that aspect.
Right. For me, like so for condos, like apartments that are for sale, like the only reason like the focus is so hard on the rentals is because I can go in one day and I can film 10 rental apartments if I wanted to. With
Right.
sales, I can maybe film like 2 in a week. So, which is fine. I'm like, that's
By the way,
definitely-
you don't. It doesn't matter. It's not really your listing. You can go to anybody, right?
Yeah.
And listen, if I'm a broker in New York, right? And I'm a realtor, okay? And I work downtown. You work uptown, okay? You reach out to me, and let's say I have 2 or 3 listings. Say, hey, Mr. Mehaber, would you mind if I go in and video your property? Are you kidding me? Please do so.
Right.
I want to get more exposure, okay?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not. You're not gonna talk. If you're gonna talk bad about it, that's a conversation. But you don't.
course.
I see the way you operate. You basically give information. You let the other person make a decision whether it's good or bad or overpriced. Same thing with the
Exactly.
condo. You do the same thing for condos, okay? There's so many realtors. This is starving realtors in New York City, okay? And you reach out to them. Hey, would you mind if I post your right, you listen, if I take a photo of it and do a video in my Instagram page? What do you mind? They love it.
Right.
Everybody wants to make money. And if you can sell the listing, why not?
Right.
So that's something you want to think about.
I think you're going to start seeing a lot more apartments for sale.
See that now? Oh man, look at that. Good.
Yeah,
I love when I see somebody young, ambitious, that wants to work. You're not lazy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and I have a lot of people right now. They don't want to work. They want to stay home. They want to.
Yeah.
They want to be whatever influencer with no experience, nothing, and they just want to expand their audience. Through social media, but
Right.
without showing up to work. That's bad.
Yeah.
So that's my first advice. Now you say about another advice. What did you ask for?
No, I mean that was great advice. I'm telling you, you're gonna see more apartments.
That's a
for
good
sale.
advice that nobody will give it to you. You don't get in college. You don't. People are. What happens is they're very comfortable.
Right.
Okay, and that's what you have to call next level. Okay. If you tell me, you know what, I just started a month ago, 2 months ago, I'm making 2,000. I'm doing this. Say, you know what, build it up a little bit. Don't divert. Okay. You got 3 years in you. That's a lot of years.
Right.
Yeah, granted, it's not 10, 20 years, okay, but we don't want to go there, okay? We want to, 2 or 3 years is plenty of time for you right now to spread your wing.
Yeah.
And now I know you're looking to buy something, right?
Yeah.
How much got you working with?
Around 75,000 to buy.
75,000. So you see, I want to see you buying 2 or 3 property at 70,000 now with a mortgage than buy one cash. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course.
Because now you're taking the 75,000 and you spread it through 3 property. Okay, if one goes south, okay, you have 2 other one.
Right.
Why pay cash for it? Lender approve you, right?
Yeah.
You have a good credit. Lender approve you. Okay, why would you want to buy one?
Yeah, right. I guess for me, it's just more like I've just put out a lot of offers like for these like regular mortgage deals.
You might have to go a little bit higher on your offer. And
Like
that's
we're
okay.
looking for a good return on the investment. But I understand the first year might be like a little.
Yeah, that's
not the
okay.
best,
But you know,
yeah.
but for example, here's a perfect example. The one for 70, right? It's one. It's a bedroom. It's a one tenant.
It's one tenant. Yeah.
70K Jacksonville. Okay. You're $1,000. Okay. What are the comps? How much you have to put in?
So I mean the repair should be around 30,000.
That much.
Yeah. I mean, it needs a roof, needs flooring, needs paint.
And then the rent goes up.
The rent for that market is about 1,000. So
That's it.
Maybe you could try 1,100.
Got it. So
Yeah.
after you put the money into it, and then you want to sell it for how much?
I mean, the agent is saying ARV should be around 150. I think it's going to be a
120.
little less, like 120.
So
130.
the problem with 70,000, you're not making money.
Very little on a sale, very little. The return could be okay on a rental, if we could stay under $100,000.
Then you know what? So here's the problem. And that's why my point is even stronger now. Okay, if you only pay the let's say you get a mortgage, right? So what's the down payment? 20,000.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's okay. Leave it for cash flow. If you pay the whole thing in 70,000, okay, now you don't have anything else to buy, and you can't sell it because it's a cash flow property. Does that
Right.
make sense?
Yeah.
That way, if you only apart from 20,000, you have another 50 to work with. Okay, so if you cannot sell it and make some money, okay, you keep it for rental.
Yeah, no, it definitely makes sense. And again, I'm not closed to anything. Like I'm looking at deals everywhere: West Palm Beach, South Florida, North Central, everywhere. So anywhere I could find like a deal where I could like think I can make a
Right.
little bit of money, get experience, like
Right.
I'll send an offer.
Right. So,
So-
you're not shy.
No, definitely
You're
not.
not shy. Do you give cash offer or you give a mortgage?
I mean, I give cash offers to properties that I can give cash, but usually we just give regular offers. I'll send my pre-approval,
Right.
and stuff like that. Yeah, for mortgage.
So you make an offer by 20% of the market below market.
Yeah, exactly.
You might
Yeah.
have to come up a little bit by 10% of market.
Yeah,
You know, and the fact is, okay, if you use the bank to leverage your money, that's not too bad because you still have extra money left by another property.
right.
You know what I mean? Because you want to get your feet wet. You gotta get. Yeah, you have. We've been talking for a few months already. Okay, you need to get your feet wet. Okay, and I get it. You know, you make an offer. You told me you make a couple of. You sent out a couple.
Yeah, I
of offers.
did this past trip. I made 2 offers. So
That's not exciting. I made 20 offers, 2-0,
yeah,
30, 50 offers. It's work.
right.
This is work. This is not. If this was easy, everybody would be doing this. Now, if somebody wants to reach out to you about your Instagram and apartment rental, not condo yet, you're gonna work on that. Next time I see you, I want to see more.
Tuesday we come back to New York.
You're going home, huh?
We're going him.
All right. So, but for rent, how can they reach you?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Realtor Omer. That's RealtorOmer, and TikTok is just my name, Omer Labak.
Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the content, go ahead and subscribe, like the video, and share it with someone who will appreciate it. See you again in the next one.